Jackson, the reply comes in for number 9. It goes for it, and it's 3-2.
Players playing on unfamiliar territory.
Chester side the net. 2 Salford players go to defend it.
Another point for Salford.
Coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced.
3-point shot, but it is unfortunately high.
There can only be one winner.
Here's a Varsity update from Brendan Cox.
Good afternoon, I'm Brendan Cox and this is your Quays News Varsity update. It's football fever over at Peel Park campus where the universities of Chester and Salford are battling it out on the David Lewis Sports Ground. Adam Khan went over to watch the women's team at training yesterday ahead of their match this afternoon.
Ahead of their big match tomorrow at 3 p.m, I came down to the David Lewis pitch at Peel Park to see how the women's football team's training was going.
Yeah, I feel like every week we come down, we give all our effort into training. We're here for, sometimes it's just an hour depending on like how big the game is the next day, and sometimes it's 2 hours depending on whether we have enough fuel in our systems to carry on the next day.
Yeah, the last few weeks has been really good. We've been picking up intensity since the end of the season. Everyone wants to fight for that starting 11 position, which you're going to have to do now because there's so many of us.
Since the Lionesses' victory at the Euros this year, enthusiasm for girls in football is at an all-time high.
I also think that the Lionesses this summer really have pushed a lot more people to come down. We've had so many new girls this year and I think it's growing in the right direction. Still got a long way to go, but hopefully we'll get there in the end.
It's just been so good. We've had so many new girls try football, loving football, and they're still here. And for young girls, it's just always to see that role model.
We know their sort of strengths, but we can also highlight their weaknesses. So it's just about us like capitalising on their weaknesses and trying to make sure that we turn the game around for us.
Last year we lost on penalties, so we're hopefully going to go out and smash it tomorrow and take it home this year.
You're not winning it. It's ours. It's our home varsity. We've got this.
Will the girls hit the post once again, or will they strike the back of the net this year?
Both the men's and women's teams played today, with the women playing first. Now last year there was heartbreak for Salford. They lost on penalties to our varsity rivals. Can they do better in 2023? Well, their game was supposed to start at 2 p.m, but it's been delayed. Now Harriet Wall is pitchside right now to give us an update.
The crowds in Peel Park are roaring as Salford has just scored the first goal of the women's football match here. The game got off to a slow start from the offset as there has been a big delay in kick-off, maybe about by half an hour. But once kick-off had started, the game picked up pace as both teams had possession of the ball. Both teams were making attempts at goal. There was 2 attempts made at goal in the first 5 minutes from Salford, from the Salford number 10, and there's been a possession domination for some of the game from Chester as well. We're hoping for more goals here at Peel Park, but at the moment the score is 1-0 to Salford after just missing a goal right now.
So that's the women. Now we have our very own Thomas Berrington in the studio who's going to run us through the men's game. That match kicks off at 5 o'clock. Tom?
Yeah, thanks Brendan. Now the big news is that Salford will be without their regular goalkeeper due to injury, and it'll be Lennon Boyle between the sticks tonight. That's a blow for Salford. They will be seeking revenge after a 2-1 defeat in the fixture last year in Varsity. It's a side struggling for goals, I'm afraid, and they will perhaps turn to Ben Larnock, who will be playing up front, and they'll be relying on him to put the ball in the back of the net. The match may be won or lost in the midfield. Now, Hayden Knowles is a man in the centre of the park who likes to get on the ball. He likes to dictate play in the middle. Salford normally play with 3 in the middle, 1 holding in front of the back 4, and then 2 more advanced midfielders. And another player to look out for is Tom Evans at right back. He's having a really solid season and has been really good down the right-hand side all year.
Thanks for that, Tom. That game should be a cracker. If I finish early today, then I'll go over to the second half at Peel Park. So don't forget to catch us again in another hour's time for another Quays News Bulletin on Varsity 2023. Goodbye.